Good evening, humans. Tyrannosaurusmoth here, and tonight we're taking a look at the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Zeo Pink Ranger and Mighty Morphin Pink Ranger 2-pack from Hasbro. It's a pretty fun 2-pack. Obviously, it's tying up some loose ends, and this all revolves around the Hillard character from MMPR and then Zeo. So let's take a look at this. Let's do it. Aesthetically speaking, we got some good stuff here. Nothing too surprising if you're familiar with the Lightning Collection at all. In fact, we're going to start with MMPR Pink because we have seen this many times at this point. In fact, you can see the three back there. The only version I don't have is the cel-shaded Gamestop exclusive, and that's just because the look didn't appeal to me, so I kind of gave that a miss. But same thing we've gotten before, so pretty much all the notes are hit. Definitely still got the slightly mismatched pinks and stuff like that. But we do get the new helmet, the new sculpt that we saw with April, the April Pink Ranger, sorry. And yeah, so it just looks really, really good. A little more rounded, a little more screen accurate. So always welcome. And yeah, it's pretty much the only differences there. Let's get a stand without falling over. Here, I'm just gonna fall. And then we move on to Zeo Pink. So new, we now have all the Zeo team. I still have to do my review of Zeo Yellow, but everything looks really good here. All the golds match and look absolutely resplendent. Not only that, we actually get the black souls, which we've only gotten on like 2 other Rangers, I think, at this point, which is a little sad. But yeah, everything looks good. Sculpt looks good. I unfortunately have a little bit of a paint miss here, so I gotta clear that up. But other than that, just everything looks great. Everything we would expect. So yeah, it's really good aesthetics. So we get a real decent loadout of accessories here, and definitely favoring Zeo Pink, which is not a bad thing. I'm definitely not complaining there, especially where that is the new figure. So let's start off actually with the civilian heads, and we actually get 2 likenesses of actress Catherine Sutherland, who played Cat Hillard. And these are definitely decent, not quite on par with what we've seen recently with a lot of the other Rangers, but absolutely serviceable, and they look great. Nice wash over the hair on both of them, give them some depth. We got a scrunchie on the back of the head with the ponytail. Just really nice detailing. So I don't think the likeness is quite as square on as it has been with some other recent Rangers, but still definitely very, very good on both behalves. Then let's move into hands, and we get the same assortment of hands for both Rangers. So we get our gripping hands that we've seen with all the other female and specifically the Pink Rangers. And we also get a right chopping fist / releasing hand, and finally a left fist. So that's about it for the hands. Then let's move to MMPR Pink, just because we've seen it before. And of course we are going to get the blaster in blaster mode with just red plastic with a little bit of white paint. Then we get a non-effect arrow, just cast in silver, which looks pretty nice. Again, we've seen this before. And the bow that we've seen time and time again at this point with the little red stripes, and the ports for all the other signature weapons. Finally, we get an effects piece, which actually goes to Zeo, which is going to be a good segue here. It's just this green blast piece, and that actually fits right onto the end of the blaster for Zeo Pink. And I think I just bent the barrel trying to do that on screen. So be careful of that, y'all. It does port in there, please trust me. And yeah, so actually clearly not broken there, so that's not too bad. And of course, I guess we'll take it best chance to look at the Zeo Blaster. It's just really nice detailing, nice bit of paint with the gold and the black and the red. So that looks really nice. Definitely something we've seen before. And of course, we get the Zeo Saber. And we cast it in that silver plastic with the nice gold hilt and blue handle. Looks really, really nice. Again, I just love the shade of gold they're using here. Then I guess move on to the effects piece we get here, which is nice purple, kind of almost smoke effect. Looks really, really cool. Love this shade of purple. And that of course ports into the final accessory, which is the shield. And it looks great. A lot of paint here between the paint, so the pink, the black, and the gold. Then we come into the back, and we actually have 2 ways with which she can hold it, either the handle here, or you can clip this over the wrist, and that does flip, which is really nice. And this effects piece, as you can see, kind of has that sort of rectangular peg, and that can just come anywhere here on the side, and that looks really nice. So that is accessories. And I almost forgot one more accessory, and that is actually almost a third or kind of like half figure, and that of course is Cat in her literal cat form. Just really nicely sculpted here with the green eyes, and yeah, not much else to speak of there beyond like just absolutely awesome that they added that. So that is all of the accessories. Getting into articulation, we're going to be looking at Zeo Pink just because we have seen MMPR Pink before, and both the articulation schemes on both are exactly the same. So starting off with the head as we normally do. So we have a ball hinge at the head. We can look up really well. We can look down decently. Not too much on the tilt, not too much space under there, but we do get butterfly joint, really nice and smooth there. Then we get to come up with the hinge. Whoop, excuse me. Coming to our T-pose, we do not have a bicep swivel. However, we have a single jointed elbow that gives us a hinge right there. Be careful of the paint here. It's a little heavy on mine. I don't know if it will be on all of them, but they're definitely a little heavier paint, so that took a little bit of work to get it to move. Then we got our hinge and swivel at the wrists. We come to our ball joint at the diaphragm, so we're coming all the way around. We combine that with our crunch here at the waist. So we're coming forward about that far, going back about that far. Then we come to the hips, and we're coming out definitely respectably. We do have cuts in the side of the skirt on either side, which is going to allow for that to come out. So respectable, not fantastic, but definitely good. And then we get our thigh swivel, we get our double jointed knees, we get boot swivel, then we get some phenomenal point, we get some okay forward, and then we get that rocker. So that is articulate. Once again, using Zeo Pink as the example for the size comparisons, here she is with some other Lightning Collection figures, with some other Hasbro, with some imports, with some monsters, finally with an Articulated Icons Oni, and yours truly in human form as an Articulated Icons Ninja. So my final thoughts on the Cat Hillard 2-pack from the Power Rangers Lightning Collection from Hasbro is that this is definitely a solid set. It would have been nice to see Zeo Pink as a single pack. However, the fact that we got some pretty cool accessories and we got the updated helmet with the MMPR Pink figure definitely helps sweeten the deal. So I'd absolutely recommend this. I believe it is a Gamestop exclusive. However, off and on, you can kind of get it through Hasbro Pulse. So you can kind of pick your poison there. And I will have links to both in the description below. So please check that out if you're interested. And beyond that, I want to say thank you. And I hope you found this review informative and somewhat entertaining. If you did, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, and or sharing. And beyond that, there will be other ways to support the channel, and those will be listed in the description as well. So ultra thanks to you one last time for watching, and I hope you take care of yourself, take care of those around you, and most importantly, stay weird, simians.